the 4th day in the month of October 2024. October is actually running pretty fast, and before you say Jack, we'll be at the 15th day, and of course, once it gets to the 15th, the month is gradually over. Welcome to Family and Values on Galaxy Television. If this is the first time you're coming across the show, Family and Values is a show where we talk about everything that has to do with relationship, family, your family, my family, your relationship, and my relationship. Like I used to say, those controversial topics, you don't want to talk about it on the show. We digest it. This a little fellowship. And we are streaming across all the social media platforms. Please download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. Yes, turn on your Facebook and X notification so you see these pretty faces. And of course, we're on Star Times also, and we are on free to air. Don't worry, everywhere you are, we are there with you. We go nowhere because we are definitely reaching out for the stars. My name is Princess Joy Eyo Abu, and it's Friday. We are racing, we are coming down. We don't want to give too much from Monday to Friday. I know, calm down. Friday is just to cool it down, then prepare for those of you that have after and then later and then preparing for tomorrow's bedu. Don't worry. I said yesterday that the Independence Day celebration is still not over. There are a lot of line down activities even into next week that will keep you pretty busy. On my way to work this morning, I saw a lady carrying a placard, and it was all written, all white party, it's free, come on. If you see such parties, salo, that's only you remind now to speak, run. Because even in free time, there's nothing free. Welcome to the show this morning. It promises to be very, very informative, educative, and exciting. I want to tell you something this morning. If you are the type that is full of demanding without adding empathy to it, I think today's topic will make you understand that sometimes you need to put yourself in the other person's shoes before you place that demand. And if you place that demand and it's not given across to you, sit down and think, why has this person not responded? Especially if it's someone that usually responds to your demand and suddenly the person is not responding. Before you start throwing tantrums and start throwing blames or start saying, no, the person is forming big, suddenly he has arrived, he's now forming. Hey, take a chill pill, sit down, ask yourself some questions before you throw those stones across. Alright, I'm not always here alone. When I came in, I called her usual name. She was like, we gave her name without money. Me, myself, I am the whole money she needs. Your full package like this, I'm the whole money she needs. You know what I'm talking about? No other person than Mama Gen Z. Let's give it up for Larry. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Joy. How are you?
I'm fine.
Thank God you're smiling. Your smile is reaching here now because today is Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
And do you know that the formula for success is when you rise up early, work hard, and strike the oil? That's the formula for success. You rise early, you work hard, you deliberate, you go here, make it, also put the strategy together and hit it until you strike the oil. So I hope you've been able to strike some oil from Monday to Thursday. Yeah, some people actually make money on Tuesday. That was public holiday. So don't think you are the only one that did not make money. Some did, and today is another opportunity for you to go all the way to see if you can still strike some oil before the weekend gets here. Even on Saturday, you can still strike oil. Don't let it go. And because it's Friday, it's the first one in the month, some of us will be going to pray. Some of us will be going to party, just like Joy said. free to attend the all-white
party.
So she told you, run. No, you know that skit, I said, run, no, don't look back. Just keep running. Okay, so you either choose the good, the bad, or the ugly. Which one suits you more? But yeah, it's good for you to relax. It's good for you, just like we discussed yesterday, just do something different from what you've always done. Not something that will bring money, but something that will relax your nerve, your system. From Monday to Friday, you've worked. Take it easy. Life life no get duplicate. So the little opportunity you have, use it well. Okay, so to your family and values. the word they like this, but I won't release it until we have seen our mini feature. Okay, so my name is Remain Olori Adejoke to be David. My friends call me Olori AJ. I wish you the very best, even as we prepare for the weekend. So stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned as we prepare for the weekend. Do we have any birthday shout out across the weekend?
No, we wish you the very best.
Wishing everybody a happy.
And we love you. We love
you. Nigeria too. Happy Independence Day. We are still wishing you.
It's still wishing you.
It's still your month. All right. On that note, let's go on our mini feature because I guess today. When I got the info about this one, I knew that we are in for it. Let's go on our mini feature. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. When you place demand and the other person does not respond, before you start thinking otherwise, hey, take a jail pay. A lot of people out there are so entitled now, and when we talk about relationship, we are looking at it holistically. You know, sometimes you have a friend who has made it, and you feel it's the person's responsibility to start doing O1B for you. Every weekend, you're expecting credit alert. Did you give the person money? And you, a young man, just comes to say, how are you? I love you. Can we exchange number? The next thing you're saying, my data, you know I was supposed to go to the hospital. You know my dad. You know my rent. Hello. Our guest here just said it's friendship. It is not, it has not moved. So now when you pick all these things, that is why you see men is that saying, the girls these days, they love money. They demand too much. And I was like, these some men are complaining, they demand too much. You see why they are not keeping girls and they are not having relationships. They are shouting, get married, get married. They tell you they demand too much. Somebody said something on his status. I tell you hello in the morning. In the afternoon, you've not eaten. In the evening, your rent has expired. Oh my goodness. No. And they believe because you said I love you. So automatically that I love you is like a big word to carry everybody's problem. Well, we have a guest today that will do justice to this topic because, of course, he is the right person for this conversation. Like, you know, our Fridays are open to our youth. We just bring them in to make us, you know, understand from the youth's perspective. And this morning we have Michael Chisom with us here in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning. So good to have you this morning.
He is a psychologist. Now, and I said when I was talking about this topic, he's a psychologist. He's a writer, an author. You're also a reader and a history enthusiast. That now you have a whole lot in you. So now I'm just trying to imagine how we are not going to shake some tables this morning.
There's no way you'll not shake.
But there's no way we'll be having this conversation without shaking the table.
You will. So shake it very well.
Yeah.
Intentionally shake it.
Welcome to
I'm sitting on this side this morning, and normally when Joy is sitting on this, she always wants to she has something she wants to pick from someone. So what are you parting with?
There is nothing with me because me, I've already
I don't know how to do that.
You it for me.
You know, I always like taking something from my guests. So this one that you are here this morning, I want to pick something from you. Allow me show you. I think your true wrist decorations.
Of low values.
Don't worry. You still to have some work to do now.
So which one are you give me the feedback?
I take your Panama.
This is so special.
Now that one go make sense because
it's my wisdom card.
Because it makes you look like the creators. Now I thought you were even a comedian.
I am a comedian, not professionally.
I understand.
So that means we are ready to laugh today.
We will officially launch.
Alright, anyway, entitlement in relationship. Yeah. But let's start with what is entitlement. Firstly, that word that is looking so big for people to think. Now, what is entitlement?
Entitlement. Wow, very, very interesting. I would begin by saying the word entitlement. Its etymology is that it simply means something I must have, not necessarily what you deserve. But to you, you feel I must. This is what I must have.
I must have this.
I must have this.
You
must give it to me.
Okay.
But necessarily you don't deserve it, but you just want it. That's just the etymology of entitlement.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I now to
go
go
into
further
the relationship,
put it
entitlement
into-
in relationship.
Yeah, just like what this is in relationships, we now say, or I would say, and I think that entitlement in relationship um, simply refers to the belief and perception that one partner, you know, thinks they expect that he or she deserves special rights, privileges, and an automatic compliance, automatic compliance from the other partners without reciprocation and without mutual agreement.
Yes.
Okay. Without any agreement and spiritual agreement. Okay. Now, I want to ask this.
Yeah.
Can entitlement until it's been asked for? You know, sometimes you said deserve, special, you know, special things that you deserve. Maybe in a relationship, in a family, in friendship, you know, like that. Even in a place of work. But can we call it entitlement? Thank God you said you are a psychologist, right? Can we call it entitlement until it's been asked for? Or we just allow, because sometimes you deserve some things and you earn it naturally without asking, because yeah, you're entitled to this is your right. But can we call it entitlement until it's been asked for? And the way it's been asked, you know, there are ways to present things even before your maker, and you willingly comes.
Yeah.
You don't need to struggle or fight it or raise your eyebrow and all that. You know, it will come because they said our parents in those days, if the woman wants to collect something from the husband, she will start, you know, from praising, eulogizing the husband. You know, like that. And you know, the husband willingly will just submit. So I'll ask that question again. Can we call it entitlement until it's been asked for?
Yeah, well, the question is so deep, so deep. And whether I begin to dissect the question now, well, I'll therefore begin with saying that we can call it entitlement. When it's entitlement in the sense that, for instance, you raised a case study of our mothers today. If they need something, they begin to appraise the man, the husband, and that's that act. It gets the man to do something, to act, to comply. If you remember when I was giving my definition of entitlement in a relationship, I said when you're asking for something without reciprocation, mutual agreement. So in that case, the woman reciprocated that desire and love for the man. There was she considered mutual benefit. Okay, for me to get this, let me do something that would what I'm about to receive. Yeah, so it's very, very imperative that we, for us to demand something we think we rightfully deserve, there's a procedure, there's a way you go about it. You ask for it. You don't use like what there's common now.
Now the norms around us.
I must have it. Everything is just about me, myself, and I. It's very bad. That brings me down to in psychology what we call social intelligence. Every one of us must have intelligence to be able to get what you want. Because there are things that rightfully you deserve, it entitlement. Yeah. But the way you go about it to get it,
that's a lot.
It goes a long way. It must really end. You must, the way you present your request, your supplication, even to God.
Yes,
you just go to prayer and tell God, you must do this, I deserve this. You will declare your request. So you have to, with a contrite heart, with humility, you ask for what you want. You must be definitely, I believe so, and it happens.
Okay, and now let's bring it down to the society of today. What we are saying. Now, would you say is as a result of greed or lack of proper home training or the lack of empathy or self-centeredness that will make a lady, now today I'm not on the lady side, because it's our agenda that is really carrying this entitlement on the head. Now, would you say like those things I've mentioned are the reason why there's so much of entitlement in the society, especially in a romantic relationship? When you see, I've actually heard a man tell me that he got to a point he had to ask, like, what have I benefited so far
from this relationship?
That he could barely count what he had done. And what he gets is just maybe I love you, thanks, good morning. You get. So what could actually be the reason, the cause for the level of entitlement that we have in relationships today?
A whole lot of causative factors, I would say. First and foremost on the list is peer influence. Some girls, they were brought up right, which I agree. Originally, I came here to be diplomatic, not to taste the topic when presented me, I say, no, I have to
do this
out of my own. So some girls are raised right from home, but everything they have is being catered for. They have no reason to feel entitled. But in the 21st century of now, it has been bastardized, I would say, in the sense that ladies now entitled, just like how you introduced the topic, giving examples of if you approach a lady, the next thing her answer
demand.
to you is a demand. How any girl you talk to as a young guy, a young promising chap,
promising chap,
you speak from experience. You approach a lady and 2 days or 3 days after talking stage, she tells that it's her birthday.
But I bet there could be next one actually. Maybe you walked in at the right time, to celebrate, to be the God sent, to actually celebrate. It's time for us to go for a break. It's time for us to go for a break. You are the God sent for that year, and for that month, actually, after another,
that conversation. Let's go on our word of Marvel and possibly our verse. What will be right, don't go anywhere.
Talking about demanding, I think it's inevitable anyway, but someone just have to let the person understand that based on this situation, I can't meet up your expectation. But let's do it this way, let's do that, and the person need to understand. That's just it.
Well, I'm this kind of person that doesn't like stress anyway. So if I feel she's too demanding, I'll probably just end it. You understand? I'll just end it and let it go. Yeah. That's basically it.
I will actually take her for who she is. So, but at the same time, I will just have another option in case of vacancy. However it goes. In case of, a day is coming whereby you might probably not have and something you have been doing and she might just want to take it anyhow. So she can just find her way and I find my way. Sharp.
If I have a demanding partner, what I'll do, I think I'll just learn to understand the person and talk to the person so that we can be in we can agree on the same thing. So I believe she can change, the partner can change. Yes, so I won't run away from the person. I'll stick to the person, get to understand the person, and then get to let the person understand some things too as well. So that's what I think I'll do.
Joining us, you missed the first part of this conversation, and I'm already laughing here in the studio. Yes, that was our voice pop and our word of marvel. Mr. No Stress, no nonsense. He said, I don't like stress. I'm sure a lot of people don't like stress. And somebody was accusing me that somebody was saying that I used to do birthday from July to August. Okay, don't worry. Next year I'll change. I'll move it to September. August is this year. Now people carrying our God sent. Now people must always have a God sent. Finally we have a Jamaican here in the house. What do you mean? That is God sent. Now you were saying something before we went on that baby because one don't know me coming with a question. Let's continue from where you stopped. You said you meet every girl every month. After 3 talking days or talking stage is what?
Announce their birthday dates.
You go blame them. When Angel Michael is around.
What do you used to do when you receive such a request? Like one of the this Abia saying he doesn't like stress and you just take it away.
Yeah, just like that person, I also told the same line. I nod my head with disappointment. I said, oh my gosh, these women have come again. So for me, I don't comply. I don't comply because I have a way of knowing the truth. Knowing when someone is sincere, and in that case, when it is sincere. So I can be able to tell that she's not prioritizing mutual benefits, because even if your birthday is falling that soon, because there are certain things, you should be exhibiting that.
Like what?
Like what?
Certain things like what?
You exhibit your...
Exhibit like what? Say certain things like what? Oh, see, there's one thing about you men. The fact that I say to that I don't want to later. You men, people have the way you meet a girl like this today. Did you hear that this is that was going on social media that we here for? Now your boyfriend is in the hotel. You ask me what are we here for? Now guy is when you're eating the ice cream, you say I went to ice cream joint. You guys have a way of also paying that line. You meet a girl today. The next thing is come and visit me.
No, don't say come and visit me. The next thing is to visit the bed.
So you get. So now, what is the motor? What are those things you are saying before, prior to? Let's hear it. What's that?
I was speaking myself at this point.
Yeah, please do that.
Yourself at this point.
I won't like to generalize.
Stand on your own mat himself.
Exactly. But for me, I like to see certain behaviors that will show, some level of commitment.
Okay.
I know that feelings are genuine, are true. I don't fast track or fast forward things. So there's a way I don't know. It's just like a natural blessing to me.
Because you're a psychologist, right?
Yeah,
you have a way of the trainer. You have a way of
I just know that.
the study.
Okay, now I want to ask: are there situations that actually lead to entitlement?
Situations that lead to entitlement.
Yeah, because some will tell you, you are my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend. At least I'm not looking good like this or nothing. So you need to continue to make me look good.
Maintain what you're
So what you're seeing is not just a day job. You need to, it's not me, I'm just trying to, do the needful. I'm also a female.
Yeah, she's trying to
I'm being feminine, So, can you imagine? You see now, I'm actually I'm trying to back her mouthpiece of the government. Is that right? I don't carry the spirit enter. So now, can we actually declare that entitlement is something, something leads to entitlement? I was born in. Now we're talking about relationship. We're talking about generally. I'm born into a family whereby I know I have inheritance from my father and my mother. And my senior ones are not giving me what I'm entitled to. You understand? Yeah. It comes from Dango too. It's part of entitlement. I am entitled at least a flat from all these things. Even if you cannot give me, I'm going to be 21 next year. So I need to have something too. All of you are just enjoying it and you're older than me. By the time I go to your age, what is going to be left for me? Once you have sold everything. So can we now say that something leads to entitlement?
Yeah, definitely. Things lead to entitlement.
So when you ask, can we call it greed?
When what?
When you not ask for that which you're entitled to, can we call it greed?
It's a two-way thing.
Okay, please explain us with the two-way understanding.
I'll classify this as we have legitimate entitlement and legitimate ones. Example of a legitimate one is the one you just highlighted earlier of family inheritance. That's legitimate. It's what has been ascribed already from ad initio that is what you are getting after I demise or whatever. So that one is a legitimate entitlement and entitled to it. You can fight for it. Then the illegitimate one comes to this relationship balance.
Okay, what about the one you have to act like that boy asked, the prodigal son asked the father in the Bible?
Yeah.
Is that one also legitimate? Or it's you know, you know, so what category do we call that? And these days, I remember of recent, a boy, I think, hacked the father to death because the father was ready to give him what is money. You understand? Also, a young boy, I think last month, also had the mom. Yes, yeah. You understand? Yeah. So, all this entitlement thing, can we call this these two that I just mentioned, can we call it greed? That they're not being patient, or how can we categorize this?
Just like you just said now, greed, fast tracked. Never if patient enough to wait for what is truly theirs. Because definitely when their father or mother, which is their benefactor, goes on, you know that it's yours already. So why
there's no one there to
meantime the right thing, work, show that you are worthy for that. Because there are some cases whereby you lose your entitlement, your rightful entitlement due to your lifestyle, the way you act, the way you behave, the way you live. So once you prove that you are really worthy, because some parents, they actually, take their time to watch their children, watch their words, see how this kind of person will turn out to be, because every parent wouldn't like a situation like when they are born, all they have suffered for is being thrown to him. So if you act right, you live a principled life, definitely what they have left for you, you will surely get it. No doubt about that, because greed is what precipitates people to go further than what they actually deserve. So you can call that greed in that case, not entitlement. It's an entitlement, but greed fast-tracked. Yes.
Now,
entitlement.
Now, let's take it from this angle. Still talking about if situations can warrant it. Let's assume a young boy that trains a girl into the university. We see it happen a whole lot. In fact, there was a case that led to murder. A foreigner actually killed a Nigerian lady because of this. You train this girl from secondary to university. You actually saw her through, paid her way, and she graduated with the hope that she's going to get married to you. And then along the line, she gets a very good job, she's comfortable, and you are not comfortable. And then you go to her and you say, I need this amount of money. I want to start up. Because you feel like you brought her to that point. You understand what I'm saying? You brought her to that point. And she's saying, no, I'm not giving you anything. I want to go back. Probably she's in another relationship with one wealthy guy due to status. They've met, class now, and you belittled her. And then she's not telling you, I'll pay you the peanuts. If you think it's the peanuts you sent me to school with, I can pay you off. At that point, do you think the guy demanding is being unsensitive or greed, or is just the person's entitlement? Like, I'm entitled to demand from you. Just like parents that will train kids, see kids through school, and then at old age they are expecting that you should come take care of me. What level of entitlement we call those two examples I mentioned?
Yeah, the first level of entitlement, the first example of a man seeing a lady through school and all that. Personal point of view, I see that ability. Yeah, and I won't advise any man to toe that line, except you are a charitable person, you are benevolent, you just want to sponsor this
I put your mind, or I take your mind. I think why the girls that say that, like you want to sponsor her, sponsor not because you want this.
Because definitely you are having an expectation at the end of that road. You surely 101% be disappointed at the end. I can say this with fact. Yes, so my advice to any man, if you want to, if you are trying to sponsor a lady through school with the aim of marriage, please don't go into it. Please do not. It's a lost cause. It's a lost cause. But however, if a man does that voluntarily and due to some circumstances, and the man goes back to her when she is now made, cutting demands that the lady at least, yeah, help out the man. That's his soul in your life. You'll be where you are today. So it just boils down to human empathy. Yes, just help out. But if as a man you are doing that to get something, please do not.
Now, before let's talk about those ones that are outside the country.
No, I really want us to say how. Because now you have
a family member that is out of the shores of this country.
Yes.
And you're sitting there, you're expecting that every month some dollars should. And you're saying, but you're out, you know. And it's that bad that a whole lot of people in the diaspora had to start coming out to make videos. I remember a lady coming out to say, if not her dad or mom's call, she doesn't pick any other person's call, including us. Because the moment she picks, the first thing is demand. That so for over 15 years, she has not had the courage to come back to Nigeria because she feels like once she come, everybody wants to serve her.
Yeah.
How did we get to that point and level of entitlement? What have led such individuals to get to that point? Especially, you know, when you have somebody outside the country, you just feel like there's this mentality that give me.
Yeah.
Nobody is sending, give me.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really an unfortunate sin, because you don't know what the person over there is passing through. You don't know if they are well settled, but because that notion is just maybe it's our mentality as Africans and Nigerians in peculiar. Automatically, you feel that person should be giving you what happened to you while you are here. Why can't you work? We haven't going far. Talk more of you guys in Lagos and you have family at the east. Whenever you travel down to the village Christmas, they expect you to do something. Always
do something. You must should up now.
You come from Lagos, so Lagos,
you just have to.
So that's entitlement. It's not too good, that type of entitlement. Although if the person comes around and feels like, you know, doing something, fine and good, but don't come hoping that you must receive.
Receive
because
always.
you don't know what that person, how he or she is coping. That person has family also. It's our own end. So you're just coming to have this communal and fraternal, you know, love and time with the home people, but you are using that money to suck the person dry because it's coming from Lagos. Lagos, that big place. But I'm going far. Saying diaspora. You talk about local finance. It happens a lot. So it's a wrong ideology, and I admonish us to set that mentality totally. Yeah.
Okay, now I want to go back to our stop. A guy was a writer. Yes. He said something. Entitlement. Like he will try and get used to it and try to understand, and we all laughed.
Yeah.
Especially Joy. Now, can we say the guy is being foolish? Because you know, sometimes we are not wired in the same, you know, understanding, knowledge, and direction. I tell you, that guy may be wiser than the person that said, I work. Because sometimes you get yourself into such a relationship and you find out that you are there to help this person to understand certain things in life. So I want to ask, can we call that guy a foolish guy to have wanted to, you know, understand why the lady is so demanding or entitled?
I would say it would be wrong to conclude that the guy is foolish at this point, because I also believe in like a fair hearing or giving that person a chance.
Thank you.
So maybe the guy is trying to, you know, see how he could be of help, to see if he can, train her,
Yeah.
get her to unlearn what she currently knows. I would say it would be foolish when after doing going through all those inconveniences and trying to change the lady, and she refuses to change, still adamant on her lifestyle, and that's pressing. You must then he can now. But if he still chooses to suffer, then we can now.
The reason why I asked that question,
Yeah.
because of our time, is that some guys come into your life, or ladies come into your life. We have guys who are always demanding.
Yes,
I'm a bad friend. So now I was asking that question. I'm asking that question because some will look at it from the angle. You go out a guy or an opposite sex in the course of relationship, and that person actually has a dot to drop in your life, or ocean water to drop in your life or in our life while the course of relationship is on. We don't know it all.
Yeah.
But you have this person who is good in accountability. I have this lady, she's hardworking and she can do more for herself. She's smart, she's intelligent. So you come in, knowing that she loves demanding. See all those designer bags you buy. This and this and this. Instead of demanding or waiting for me, you can always do this. That's why I was asking that question actually. So I don't know if you have one or two things to chip into that, even as we round up.
Yeah, to that, I would say in such cases, I would say patience is the key. Yeah, patience is really, really important. That case, as a man, you have you see how you can walk around that kind of relationship. Yeah, she can be demanding, but provided she obeys you as her lord, she will definitely see to why you are making her to say, okay, yeah, I know your wants are voracious. This is what you need and what I can provide for you. And I believe in, like I said, there are mutual cooperation, mutual benefits.
Couples.
You bring something to the table, I will bring as well. Not this idea of my money and your money is our money. I don't buy that.
You're definitely with your glasses. You're not going to do that. But before I let you go, there's something you talked about, peer pressure.
Yeah.
And you said is the reason why somebody's boyfriend has bought iPhone 16 now, and the girlfriend is saying, I don't want my 13 again, I want my. Can you give us a 1 minute listening into that peer pressure influence on entitlement, especially with the younger generation as we round up?
Yeah, so to top it up, peer influence, it's a very, very strong influencer in whatever. So what I have discovered about youth, our age bracket of this time, is that we lack that perseverance that perseverance to withstand whatever comes our way. We easily bow down to what our mates or others are doing and are getting. So our ladies have that low threshold to say no, or to say I can't do this. You can find them, but it's rare, very rare.
Right.
So some of them will come from good upbringings, but you see that exposure makes them to be something else. So I would just say we should be careful on who we relate with, individuals we spend time with, how they convince the things, how they try to shape our mindsets. Say, you are done in a relationship, you're supposed to be this guy, all those kind of, yeah. So ideologies, it's wrong, it's not nice. We should have this tolerance level to say, no, I can't. It's not nice. You should have your own school of thoughts, your own mindset. And I do one at that, and I do one at that, so that you can have a fruitful, productive relationship.
Fruitful production relationship.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's so good to have you this morning. Hope to see you some other time in our beauty
We'll
fellowship.
definitely see him. Definitely.
Okay, so we've been having a wonderful time talking about entitlement in relationship. How many of you are entitling? Entitling to yourself all the demands that you can imagine and the one you cannot even yourself make available to anyone, but you demand for it still. God is watching you. Please don't let pockets get hole for under. Please, you need to work. Do your work, do your calculation. That's why many fall into the hands of ritualists, into the hands of robbers, into yahoo and all manner of things. So when you live above your means, entitlement can make you to dip your hand in the dark spots of life, and you find yourself in the other side, where nobody will be there 6 feet under. God will keep us and keep us safe. He is doing that, but we need to also work well so that we'll not find ourselves where we don't want to be. My name remains Olori Adejoke David. Hope to see you next week. I wish you the very best of this weekend. That's the first one in the month of October. Enjoy on your white party. Enjoy going to church. Enjoy going to the mosque. Marika Juma to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. We wish you all the very best. Inshallah, your prayers will be accepted and be offered even as you give it today. Bye.
Yes, like you've heard it from our guest and from Mama Gen Z herself. The spirit of entitlement. That's why you hear people say you're demanding something that your father cannot provide for you. And you're demanding it on a young guy that is coming up. That's not just about the young guy is still struggling. He has not yet made it. He has not balanced. He's already asking for iPhone 15. My dear, go and work and provide. Buy it yourself. What you cannot buy for yourself. I used to tell somebody what you cannot conveniently buy for yourself. Please, before you demand it on somebody else, think twice. You cannot conveniently remove from your pocket to buy it, but you want a young boy. And that's why they are going astray, doing things just to meet up. Like I said, be billing your girl. They did this guy. I don't want to hear that good thing again. Anybody that, if I'm in any place that I hear you're not billing you might, me now. Let me only there. Anyway, what we are trying to tell you is that entitlement can be a two-way thing, negative and positive. Positivity is when you know that it is your right, you're demanding for it. But what we see in the society today is the negativity of entitlement, and it has caused a lot of havoc. So please, let's shy away from, peer pressure. All of you are in school, you have phones that your father, some of you cannot even bring your phones home because your parents will ask you, how did you buy it? You're hiding it and you're living in one room. Somebody said you're living in a room and you're driving a car and you're renting and using a phone, iPhone 15. Check yourself. Let's leave it at that. Anyway, thank you very much for everyone that has made to this week production a success, from my very own personal self, Matwini, Mama Gen Z herself, to the cameraman, to Magdalene, to the MCI, to the Earth Station, to my guy on top, Mr. Oga Stephen Ojo, to Oga Tesli, Mr. Duwale, we greet you. We are seeing your hand. We have the pictures. To social media for the flyers, we appreciate it. To Tolu, we love you, we love you, we love you. And to Kalista for always bringing our guests up for us, we appreciate it. To all our guests that have been on the show this week, Monday to Friday, we appreciate you, we love you, we're sending our love. Have a wonderful weekend. Yes, as the Lord will be taking us on another bombastic topics next week. Don't worry, you're not ready for what is coming. We'll see you next week. Don't go anywhere. Have a splendid weekend. Go and dance. Enjoy. Self-care is key. Remember that.